Hello, everyone. First win. It was always great to win. I mean, that's first and foremost. But, it's too sloppy by the offense. There were too many things that we just kind of made it hard on ourselves. But to be able to win in this league is hard. And watching that whole team stay together, stick together, was a great thing. And we just got to keep getting better on offense and clean a lot of that stuff up.
Yeah, Coach. Operations still seemed like it was a struggle here and there. And then could you address that? And then also what you did different there in the final quarter?
Yeah, we're just going to have to be sure we evaluate everything, whether it's getting the personnels out there or lack thereof, and making sure the plays coming in nice and clean, and just getting into the huddle and out of the huddle. So we just got to keep talking about that. I'll talk with Russ, find out anything that I can do to help him make it better. And, that's inexcusable. That's on us. That's us hurting ourselves. Yeah, I mean, they started operating at a high level. I mean, that was a great catch by Saab on that seam route right there to ended up being the go-ahead winning touchdown, which was awesome because sometimes you just got to go up there and make a play. But that was really good to see, and we just got to keep getting the guys in a rhythm. Got to make sure we get Russ in a rhythm. I think obviously with Jerry, losing him, I think that kind of stymied us a little bit. But I love the fact that a lot of guys stepped up and made some plays.
Nate, two for you. Did the trainers give you any word on Surtain and Judy?
Yeah, both of those guys, we'll find out more tomorrow. We've got the shoulder for Pat, and we have the ribs for Jerry. They obviously didn't come back to the game, but we'll be able to find out more tomorrow.
And then Sutton over 100 yards. What impressed you about the way he was able to get open against Stingley today?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, just the whole staff did a great job. We started targeting him quite a bit, and he made some huge plays. I mean, that third down play, third and long, was absolutely a thing of beauty. And then he made some, just big plays across the board, and that's what you need. You need your captain, like a Cortland, to step up in those situations, and he and Russell did.
Coach, the defense held them to just 3 field goals, including that stop inside the 10-yard line. What can you say about their performance and how critical the defense was to keeping this team in it?
The defense has been spectacular. I mean, 2 weeks in a row. I mean, they are exactly what they've been, and they're just getting better. And we had a lot of guys slowly get out from the corner standpoint, and the guys went in there and stepped up, and I thought that was awesome. Caden, he had to come in. Kareem, all those guys, they had a really good game. Josie hasn't been out there, so just seeing how they're unified together and making plays is a big deal. Awesome.
Last week you guys had 12 penalties. This week you have 13. What's maybe the issue there? Have you been able to put your finger on it, and how do you go about fixing that?
Yeah, we're going to have to look at all those. We're going to have to put them up in front of all the guys. We're going to have to make sure they understand why they were penalties, what they're doing wrong, whether it's a false start, whether it's a illegal cut block, whether it's, any of those things that go on. So we just got to be sure that we clarify it to them, because, this has got to stop. I mean, we're not going to win a lot of games when you get that many penalties.
Coach, I got 2 for you. The first, why were you comfortable with Brandon from 54 but not from 59 here with the weather the way it was? And
yeah, that was something that we talked about in those situations beforehand. We decided we wanted to go for the kick, and then obviously we had to delay a game and decided to punt it because our defense was doing really well.
And then the crowd obviously frustrated at times, but can you just give me a sense of overall?
I don't blame them. I mean, heck, I was booing myself. I mean, I was getting very frustrated. I mean, get down to the red zone 2 times, don't get another touchdown, which is unbelievably frustrating. I don't think we've scored in there yet, and that's something that all of our guys got to step it up. Whether we run the ball more, whatever we're doing, we just got to execute at a higher level.
The red zone struggles continued today.
Yes.
You've chosen to pass nearly 3/4 of the time versus run, even though the run game has been successful. Is there something you're seeing down tight?
Yeah, when we got down there, we wanted to give Cortland a chance early, and looked like we had the touchdown, and then ended up calling out, and then had the same thing, and we wanted, Russ decided to throw that one on there, and we gave him the go on that one, didn't come down with it, and then when you're in a third down situation, decided to pass it, and that was just kind of that first one. But there were definitely some things that we liked in the pass game because of how they put everybody in the box. So, but in the end, we got to be able to run it down there. We got to run downhill, and might have to run over somebody.
Yeah, Coach, your receiver core is really getting thinned out already. It pretty much came down to Sutton being the top target. Could you talk about him kind of carrying the load for that whole room and Russ throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, we had to make a lot of adjustments there, put him in some spots to be able to make plays. And like I said earlier about that third and long one, I thought that was fantastic that he and Russ connected on. But again, hey, Cortland's a good player. Whether, Jerry's out there or somebody else is out there, I mean, he's a really good player. And Kendall's got to step up, and Tyree's got to step up, and Montrell's got to step up. We had a chance for Montrell in the back of the end zone. on that one, just barely missed it. But hey, that's part of the game. Whoever's there, and I think Cortland really answered the bell on that one and made some just awesome plays.
Coach, obviously the injury to Pat Surtain's a big one, but Damari Mathis stepped in as a rookie. What were your initial thoughts on how he played? Because they tested him a few times, including in the goal line, and he came up big on a couple of plays.
Yeah, I mean, just from the limited that I was able to see, trying to get the offense back on track, got to see him step up and make some of those plays. And the thing about Damari is he's not, it's not too big for him. So I think you saw that here today was being a rookie, going out there and just executing at a high level. So it'll be good to see the tape and see him execute.
Two for you, Nate. Will Judy's injury, even if it's short-term, influence how you're going to have to do things on offense? And secondly, did they give you a game ball today because it's your first win?
Yes, they did give me a game ball. Cortland and Russell gave me one. It was awesome. Yeah, Jerry, losing a guy like Jerry, not sure where that's at, if we'll be able to make it back for this game or not. But anytime you lose a guy like that, especially played at a high level, did some really good things, it's always going to be hard. Yes, sir. Ribs. Ribs was last I heard. Yes, sir.
Nate, they got down on their last drive, second to last drive inside the 35, and then Randy comes up with a huge play. Seems like he was kind of building toward that throughout the game. What was just your impression of his play today?
Yeah, Randy had a smile on his face all day. He was fired up and ready to go. Came off a couple times, got his wind back, and went right back out there, and I thought he was definitely a threat to the quarterback.
Final two, Brandon, then Mark Kissler.
All right, well, quickly, were there other game balls given out?
Oh, yeah. There was obviously the Walton Penner group, they got one, and a lot of the other guys that had great games. So, anytime you win, it's hard to win, and there was a lot of good performances out there.
And then 4th and 5, the pass play with Russ to Cortland. How much back and forth was there? And I guess how nice is it to know you have that, club in your bag when you need it?
Yeah, that was a great one. That was our next call up on what we wanted to do. Russ wanted to go over there to Cortland. I thought Cortland made a great catch, and it was contested. It was really be able to threaten him vertically down the field. I think he had hit a go on him earlier that game, so he's playing off a little bit, but it was a heck of a play.
Is calling the game and being organized overall a little more than you thought it would be?
No, I think there's definitely some things that go on once you get down to that unique area. I think I just need to be sure I clean up exactly what I'm hearing, where I'm going with, and make sure I'm on the same page with Russ. I think that'll be make us more efficient in that one there, especially towards that last one when we were debating on whether or not we wanted to kick the field goal or go for it. I just got to be sure that I'm communicating to Russell exactly what we're going to do in that situation, just so that there's not that late timing of getting out there and getting the field goal out there late, because that was unfortunate. That shouldn't have happened, and that's on me. But I'll clean that up.